Hello everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study science with me in class 7. Today we are going to discuss our chapter 9 that is called Wind, Storm and Cyclone. In this chapter you will learn about what is air, how wind is formed, what is thunderstorm, what is cyclone, what is tornado, what are the weather instruments which help to forecast the weather. Okay, you may have learned that moving air is called wind. At high speed, when the wind is blowing, it is called storm. But storm can be destructive when it blows too fast. Air is present all around us. It is present like an envelope around the earth. Okay, and this envelope of air which is present around the earth is called atmosphere. We cannot see the air, neither we can taste it, but we can feel it when the air is moving, and the moving air is called wind. Air is having mass or weight. Okay, so when the air weight is acting on a surface, it is called air pressure. Okay, when the air is acting on a surface, it is called air pressure, or we can say it atmospheric pressure. The atmosphere is a thick blanket of air extended up to about 300 kilometers above the earth's surface. This air exerts pressure on everything which is present on the earth, and this is called atmospheric pressure or air pressure. Clear? Now, atmospheric pressure can be understand more clearly by doing this activity. What you have to do is you have to take a glass and fill the glass with water. Okay, now cover the glass with the help of cardboard and turn it, make it upside down, and slowly remove your lower hand from the glass, just the way the child has been doing over here. You will notice that the cardboard is not falling, neither the water. Why? Because now the air pressure which is acting on the cardboard is higher in comparison to the weight of the water which is present in the glass. Clear? The air exert pressure in upward direction on the cardboard. The air pressure is more than the weight of the water in the glass. That is why the cardboard is still sticked with the glass. Understood? Now, here we are having a second activity to understand it more clearly. Over here you can see the girl has used a scale, a newspaper and a table to do this experiment. What she has done? She has placed a ruler on the table and spread a newspaper over the ruler. Clear? Now, after that you can see that the scale is not falling down. Even the girl has hit the scale lightly, but still the scale is not falling down. Why? Because the pressure of air is more above the flattened newspaper. It will make it difficult to lift the ruler up, and even the air pressure that presses down the newspaper down on the ruler. So, not only the ruler is supported by the table, it is also supported by the newspaper which is spread over it. Clear? Above both of the activity is confirming that air exert pressure. Even some of your own daily experience can confirm it. For example, when you are flying a kite, it is easier to fly the kite in the same direction as the wind is blowing. It is easier to row the boat in the same direction as the wind is blowing. Clear? Now, high speed wind is accompanied by reduced air pressure. We feel the air when it is moving. This can be understood by the fact when we switch on the fan, the curtain started to sway. The paper which are kept on the table, they may get scattered or flip. Okay, so this can be understand by the following activity over here, that reduce the speed of speedy wind is accompanied by reduced air pressure. Speedy wind is accompanied by reduced air pressure. For that you have to do this experiment over here. The child has taken a page and fix it with the book. Okay, he has folded the page and fixed the paper strip over the book by folding its end between the pages. Now he has been blowing the air over the strip of the paper. You see what happened? When he blow the air over the strip, the air move faster. When the air move fast, the pressure become less above the paper. Okay, above the paper, the pressure become less. But the air pressure between the page and book is intact. Okay, and comparative to upper air pressure, it is now higher. That is why this lift the paper in upward direction. Thus we can conclude that the moving air lower down the pressure of the area it occupies. Next is over here you can see this activity number 4, this also show that moving air lower the pressure of the area it occupy. For that what we have to do, we have to take two ping pong ball, okay, and then we have to hang it 10 centimeter apart from each other. Clear? Now you have to blow in between the ball and try to separate them. What will we observe? When we blow between the ping pong ball, the air pressure between them get reduced. That is why the air pressure is between the ball has been reduced, but the air pressure outside the ball is higher in comparison to the center position. Okay, in the center position the pressure is lower, but in the sides of the ball it is still higher. So higher pressure will force the ball to move toward the central part. Understood? The air pressure outside the ball is higher. This pushes the ball toward each other. Moving air, that is why we can say that moving air lowers the pressure of the area that it occupies. Now, the question arises, how wind is caused? The next topic is what? How wind are caused. Moving air is called wind. Wind are caused due to change in temperature and pressure in the air. Wind always move from a region of high air pressure to low pressure region. Clear? Wind always move from high air pressure to low air pressure region. How does it happens? Just assume that an area has suddenly become hot. The air will expand and they started to rise up. It will reduce the atmospheric pressure of that area. So to balance the air pressure, the wind will blow from the area where comparative to this the air pressure is higher, and in this way the wind will be created. Now about the speed of the wind. The speed of the wind depends upon the difference of air pressure between the two area. If the difference is small, the wind will be slow, okay, and if the difference is quite high, the wind speed will be high as well. Clear? Now activity 5, to show the air move from high pressure region to low pressure region, what we have to do, just blow a balloon, hold its neck tightly, okay. The air present inside the balloon is at higher pressure in comparison to the air present outside the balloon. Now release the neck of the balloon. You will see that air rush out of the balloon like a gust of wind. This show that air move from high pressure region to low pressure region. Have you ever seen that air from outside on its own entering inside the balloon? No, it will never happen. Clear? Okay, so direction and speed of the wind depends upon the temperature and air pressure. Clear? Temperature and air pressure. The greater the difference of the air pressure, the greater will be the speed of wind. Clear? Now activity 6. It is showing you that air expand on heating. I have told you earlier that if the area get heated, the air get expand, but really it is true. Just see in this activity, for performing this activity we need to have hot water and cold water with a metallic bottle and a balloon. What we have to do, we have to take a small glass bottle or metallic bottle. We will tie a balloon on the neck of the bottle, okay, and then we will place the bottle in a container having hot water. Over here we have placed it, okay. Now we have to place it in a container having hot water for some time. Now just see what is happening over there. The balloon is getting blown. Can you see this? The balloon is now inflated. Now allow it to cool down. Okay, and later on place it into chill water, icy cold water. You will see that the balloon get deflated. Clear? The balloon is now getting deflated. How does this happen? Just see. We know that air on heating they get expand. As the air in the bottle get heated, when we have placed the bottle into hot water, it expand. The particle of air inside the bottle expand, and that particle become warmer and it is expand continuously. But this place inside the bottle is limited. Where it can expand? It is the topmost position where the balloon is fixed, because balloon is stretchable, they will get expand. Clear? Now on cooling, what happen? While we are cooling it, the air inside the bottle get condensed, and because of condensation they contract and take less space, and the bottle structure is the same as previous, but still which part of them can deflate to manage the air pressure? That is balloon. That is why the balloon on hot water it get inflate, whereas in cold water it get deflate. Clear? Now activity 7 over here is explaining you that warm air is lighter than the cold air. Okay, activity 7 is explaining you that warm air is lighter than the cold air. See how? To perform this activity, we need to have a candle and two identical paper bags with the help and a matchstick as well. Okay, now take a long thin wooden stick, mark its center and tie the two paper bag on its two sides. Now, okay, it is clear. With the help of thread, we have to tie it on the two sides, and we have to make sure the central part is marked. Now we have to place a candle which is burning, and we are going to take one side of paper bag above the candle, but we must be careful that the paper bag should not catch fire. Okay, when the air become warmer, it has become lighter and it started to rise up. But once the air is moving in upward direction, it disturbs the balance of the paper bag as well. This show that warmer air is lighter than the colder air. See over here, this is the warmer air. It is moving upward. That is why the paper bag is pushed slightly upward, and that is why the second bag is slightly downward. Clear? Now the next topic is wind current. You are by now familiar with the land and sea bridge. The warm air expand, they become lighter in weight, so they get rises up. This reduces the air pressure of this place. The cooler air is denser in nature, and that is why they rush in to take place. Okay, this is how wind are caused. What happened over there? The warmer air started to rise up and leave a place behind which is low in atmospheric pressure, and the air from high atmospheric pressure will rush in toward the low atmospheric region to balance the air pressure, and this is the way the wind are caused. Clear? Now wind is caused due to uneven heating of the earth as well. For example, have a look of this diagram over here. The central part, which is indicated as 0, is equator. Okay, and equator receives maximum sunlight in the in the form of straight sun rays. Okay, as it receives direct rays from the sun, the air get heated and they started to rise up, leaving a low atmospheric area behind. The cooler air between the 30-degree latitude and the equator move in to take place the warm air. These wind blow from either side, that is from north and south, both of the side, toward the equator. The air at the pole is much cooler at comparison to the 60-degree latitude. You can say polar regions are much cooler in comparison to 60-degree latitude. Here also the warm air rises up at the 60-degree latitude. Okay, and because of the left low pressure area at the 60-degree latitude, the colder air from 90-degree, okay, from polar region will move toward the 60-degree. Understood? On both of the pole. This set up the circulation of wind from polar region to latitude. Understood? Now, see, from both of the side of the equator, the air is rushes toward the 0-degree, whereas from the polar region, the air rushes toward the 60-degree latitude. Clear? The next topic is wind is caused due to uneven heating of the land. During summer, the land area near the sea near the equator become much warmer in comparison to sea area. Okay, so warm air will started to rise up because they have already expanded and become lighter in weight. So they get started to rise up and left a low pressure area behind. So to balance the air pressure, the cooler and denser air present above the ocean surface will move toward the land area. This will create sea breeze. As the air is moving from the ocean surface to the land area, this air carry a lot of moisture, and that is why they are called monsoon wind. You can see over here in this diagram the movement of air or monsoon breeze. Clear? Next, a monsoon is a seasonal shift in the prevailing wind direction that usually result in different kind of weather. We have heard about water cycle, we have read about water cycle. The water from ocean, sea, lake, etc. evaporate due to sun heat and turn into water vapor. This water vapor condenses to form small droplet which form cloud, and cloud bring us rain. Excessive rain may result into flood and create many problems. So, understood? So, monsoon breeze, when they are flowing above the land area, they are also carrying the cloud with them. So when in whichever direction they are moving, they will bring the cloud as well and cause rain, heavy rain maybe. Okay, now next is thunderstorm. Next topic is thunderstorm. A thunderstorm is a storm accompanied by lightning and thunder. Formation of thunder need. Whenever there is a thunderstorm, there always will be lightning and thunder. Clear? Formation of thunderstorm need first moisture to form cloud and eventually rain. Second, froth like sea, beach, mountain that help in lifting the warm air upward. Third is rapidly rising warm air. Due to sun heat, the temperature of a place rises. This rise the temperature of warm air and create a strong wind which rise in upward direction. Water droplets are also carried upward along with these wind. These water droplets then freeze and fall back on the earth. This movement of rapidly rising warm air and the falling droplet of water create lightning and sound. Actually, the warm air which is rising upward, they are having lots of things like moisture, like SPM particles as well. They brush each other, and because of friction, the charges get developed, and due to attraction between different charges, the lightning strike over there. As the lightning strike, because of the heat energy, the air molecule expand and cause thunderous sound. All thunder are dangerous. Lightning occur with all thunderstorm. This can kill many people. It can even causes damage to forest and tall structures. If lightning strike a tall building, it will burn it out. Okay. Next is activity 8, to make a thunderstorm in a container. We can do this in our home as well. For this, we need to take a plastic container. Okay, a size of the shoe box. Now we need to fill it with 2/3 with lukewarm water, and we are supposed to allow the water settle down for a while, so that no movement of water can be detected. Okay, at one end of the container we are going to place a red color ice cube. Over here you can see at one end we are going to place a red color ice cube, and the other end we are going to drop 2 to 3 drop of food color. maybe in blue color. Okay, now what you will see? You will see that the water over here, because of the ice, the temperature is cold because the water is lukewarm, na? So this ice will act as a cold surface. So as the ice is cold, the water which is melting down over here will get settled down at the bottom, and that is why you are having more of color on the bottom of the jar. You see? Now next is, we have dropped over here 2 to 3 drops of colored, okay, food coloring. So now the water over here in the tub, entire tub is lukewarm, so it will act as a warm air. Okay, understood? So warm air lifted in upward direction, so color is raising in upward direction. Clear? This happened due to convection current. The red color here represent the cold air, whereas the blue color represent the warm air. During thunderstorm, warm air is forced to rise up by cold air. Convection play a very important role in the formation of thunderstorm. Clear? The warm air is rising upward. Why? Because the cold air is moving downward. Okay, the warm air is rising upward, and to take the place of warm air, now the cold air is moving in downward direction. Now what are the precautions that one should follow while thunderstorm, when they are inside or outside of their house? First, we are going to study about all the precautions that we are supposed to take when you are outside of your house. Clear? First, avoid taking shelter under tall trees or tower. Why? Because tall structure attract lightning and thunder. Okay, so we should avoid tall tree or tall towers as well. Okay, second, avoid isolated shed in open area. If we are talking about an open area where is isolated shed is present, so obviously the shed is the topmost structure or the highest structure, so we should avoid it as well. Okay, now try to get into car or bus. Take shelter inside a building. Do not touch the metallic part of the car or bus. If possible, you can take shelter inside a building or in a home. Okay, if not, you can sit in your car, or if you are going to travel through a bus, you can sit inside the bus as well. What is the precaution over here? You are not supposed to touch any metallic substance. The inside of the bus or car is totally made up of insulators of electricity or bad conductor of electricity, so it is very much protected over there. Now next is, we have to stay away from the water body. Why? Because water is a very good conductor of electricity. Water conduct electricity. If you are in water, move out of it as fast as you can. Okay, otherwise if the lightning strike in the water body, it will be quite dangerous. Okay, next is, if you are inside of your house, what precaution you are going to take? First one is, close the window and door tightly. Draw blinds over the window. This will prevent glass shattering in the house. Okay, you are supposed to close the window very carefully, and you have to draw the blinds as well, so that the shattering of glass cannot hurt you. Next is, do not touch electrical equipment or telephone. You are not supposed to use any electrical equipment, because electricity also attract lightning. Next, keep listening to a battery operated radio for latest information. If the thunderstorm is very much dangerous, you can take the help of radio to know what are the upcoming update about it, so that you can follow the instruction to save yourself. Okay, next, avoid contact with electrical equipment or cord. Yes, we should avoid contact with any electrical equipment. We should also not switch on it as well. Now avoid corded phone. We are supposed to avoid corded phone as well. Next is, okay, everything is clear about precautions while thunderstorm. We must avoid all the conductor substances, whether it is a tall tree, tall tower, or electric equipment, or any metallic object. Obviously, you are not supposed to run out in the rain during thunderstorm with a metallic and umbrella. Okay, because it will be quite dangerous for you as well. Understood? Next is cyclone. Cyclone is a violent storm with an intense spiral, you can see, happening in the sea area Okay, violent storm with intense spirals. Spirals are present where like spiral coil or water get coiled in the central area. Okay, they are accompanied by strong wind and heavy rain. Cyclone are caused by strong wind blowing around a central area having low pressure. The central area is having low pressure. That is why the strong force of wind is rotating over there to press the water in the center. Okay, the air above the sea get heated, become warm. How does this happen? Because the air above the sea get heated, they become warm, and warm air rise upward. This create a low pressure area above the sea. Okay, the rising warm air get cooler and loaded with moisture. This condenses to form a massive thundercloud, because when the air become loaded with moisture, they are going to make clouds. Okay, and in the same way as the cloud get charged in thunderstorm, the same thing happen over here. The cloud get charged, lightning strike over there. Clear? Cooler air rush to fill the space created by rising warm air. The cycle keep on repeating. This leads to the formation of low pressure system with wind of great force revolving around it. This is the low pressure system, and the wind is revolving above the sea surface. This cause rotation in the water as well. The cycle keep on repeating. This lead to the formation of low pressure system with wind of great force revolving around it. These strong wind rotate faster and faster, forming a huge circle. As the wind is rotating, it is forming a huge circle. Okay, and because of it, the water also get coiled over here. Okay, this atmospheric condition is called cyclone. The central of cyclone is cloudless calm area. The center part of the cyclone is cloudless and calm area. This is called eye of the cyclone. In this area, the winds are not strong. There is no rain, but the wind around the eye can have a speed of 200 km per hour. The reason where air pressure is higher is called anticyclone, and the reason the pressure is lower is called depression. Clear? Okay, the same way thunderstorm has been formed over here as well. The process is continuous, means warm air is rising upward in upward direction continuously. This will create a low pressure zone over sea. Okay, above sea, and this will create a speed of wind. Okay, which will travel with a speed of almost 200 km per hour at a central place. Okay, as the wind is rushing from all over area to cover up the space which is left behind by warm air, the wind rotate in circle and making a coil like snake get coil. Okay, understood? And this way the cyclone is created. Cyclone are dangerous? Yes, cyclone are dangerous. The word cyclone is derived from Greek word called cyclos, which means coil of snake. Say, name is also like coil of snake because it is also coiling like a snake, right? So word cyclone means coil of snake. Now the cyclone that hit Kolkata October 1737 has been recorded as the worst cyclone ever. The death toll in this cyclone was about 3 lakh. Okay, a 12-meter height storm surges accompanied the cyclone. Okay, next, on 21st May 2009, a cyclone called Ayla began in the Bay of Bengal as disturbance, strengthening quickly to tropical cyclone and with wind speed bursting up to 120 km per hour. Okay, the 200 km per hour that we have studied is the highest noted speed of cyclone wind. So, understood? Next is cyclone are dangerous. There are many dangerous associated with cyclone. Cyclone are accompanied by strong wind which can uproot trees, collapse house, building, topple electrical pole, and many people may get killed. This cyclone is happening in the sea area, correct, but the coastal area are going to get affected because the monsoon wind, the way monsoon wind travel from the coastal area to the nearby area as well. The monsoon wind which is forming above the sea level or land is affecting the entire area of the coastal region. Okay, in the same way, the wind which is created by the cyclone is having very high speed. It can also damage the localized area. It can uproot the tree, it can collapse the building, it can topple electric pole, etc. Even men can be killed by this. Now, fresh wind associated with cyclone can also cause storm surges, which cause abnormal rise in the level of sea in the coastal area. The seawater may enter a low-lying area, causing loss of property, lives of human livestock, destruction of vegetation. This may also reduce the soil fertility. See, fresh wind which is associated with cyclone causes storm surges, means abnormal rise in sea water in the coastal region. Because of this, the sea water will enter into low lying area in the coastal region. This will create flood over there. Okay, in this lots of life of human as well as livestock will be lost, vegetation will be also destroyed over there, and as the upper fertile layer of the soil can be flew away with water, this make the soil infertile as well. Next is, cyclone may also cause prolonged heavy rain. This may lead to flood, causing loss of life and property. Water become contaminated and people may suffer from waterborne disease like gastroenteritis, typhoid. Okay, understood. Cyclone is causing heavy rain. Due to heavy rain, water get clogged in many area. Okay, and this will be result. This will look like a case of flood. Okay, in which the water is present on clogged over area, they get contaminated, they get sipped into the soil, they contaminate the underground water as well, and all the water bodies are contaminated. So when we are drinking a contaminated water, means we may suffer some kind of disease like gastroenteritis or typhoid. Next, even after cyclone is over, okay, the railway, roadway, these are already blocked because of the flooded water. Okay, because of the flood water, these things are already clogged, so we are not able to move. Okay, we are not able to move from over there. Clear? Cyclone is called by different name in depending upon where they origin. Cyclone are known as hurricanes in America and typhoon in Japan and Philippines. Okay, class. Next time we will study about tornado in our next video. Up to then, have a nice day everyone.